The pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're good, we're good. You ready?
To throw his car. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Carr going to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, stand up. Look at me, zipper. Shoot.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Ready up. 6-6, pull it high. Check 4. Out. Through. Put up. Let go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Always got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. That's his longest run of the 1st quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 25 yards that time. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there.
Check 15.
They run it here with Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Badgley able to knock this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week one. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Go!
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, high 7.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, echo.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
2nd and 6. Forced it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And some room to work. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 78 yards. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr, he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. Carr now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
6-18.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 56, the mark, boy. 56. Look at me. Go.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
80 weapons. Wide, get wide. Go.
Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 57 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check. Express. Hey, Mike 40.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
John Brown on for the field goal. A 61-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Whitney merciless. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Leo.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Well, the offensive film set. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, stand on.
Check
43. Kill. Check, crunch. He's crashing.
They run again with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And able to find Dorsett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Safety screaming. Check 37. Check 37. Spot. Let's go. Spot.
On the delay, here's Breida. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert, he's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Bravo.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Rush in. Rush defense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here comes the ball.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Wahoo! Get it.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
Throwing his car on third down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
X3, 218, chop. Easy, kill. Quarter's mark. Come on, boy.
Henderson going to run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Raiders on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is third down and 12. Now a carry for Jacobs. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 28. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. To throw on second and 6, Carr. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt.
And he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? That
one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Gordon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taylor now returning it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Carr to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. With that mistake, they only need 1 yard.
And that could make all the difference, right? When you're talking about goal line play, where inches count, move it up 1 entire yard, that can make all the difference for the guys trying to get the points.
Express. 734. Go, Mike 40, Mike 40. You're not ready. You're not ready. Switch. That's it. Tighten up.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Go. Check. Mike's 50. Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Go.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
24's the mic.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
What down? You ready? Touchdown, defense. Later 2.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
6 man. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. Caught by Allen. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
93. 93. Hey, high 7.
Here we go.
First throw of overtime for Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On play action, now Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Slam, slam, slam. Check 13.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey.
24 is the mark.
Get it.
Here's 2nd and 8. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Hey, back up. Protein spell.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Smooth.
24 is the mark. Watch the run.
Undercut. 61. Matchbox lights. Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Hey, team 6. Guard.
Check out.
Fair.
Twist.
Shoot.
On 4th down, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Raiders, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.